Hi everyone, my name's Naomi Sunderland. I'm joining you from Kabi Kabi or Gubbi Gubbi country on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. I'm a professor at Griffith University and it's my great pleasure to join you today with a wonderful team of women who've collaborated on a scoping review of trauma-aware and anti-oppressive arts, health and community arts practice literature. This was a deeply collaborative process, a real joy of a project to be involved in. What we're going to do in our presentation is a bit of a completion backwards principle, where after an acknowledgement of country and grounding from Aunt Marianne, we're going to share with you one of the final outcomes, a creative research outcome from our project together, and then tell you a bit about our key reflections and learnings from working together in this way.
I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the land on which we are gathering today. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people attending. I'd like to invite you to feel that land, that country that you're coming to this event from today. I'd like to invite you to just relax and connect as much as you can for today.
Cool breeze floating from the merry river, those tall trees inviting us to slow down. You're welcome here when you look into the mirror. Lost feet reach right down into the ground. I am spring. We walk into the sunlight laughing. You wrap me up and fold me in the water. Lemon, myrtle, and honey. Soothe yourself, letting it all flow down. Like a hollow drum, she echoes in our dreams. Boom, boom, beam you calling in a brand new day. Like a hollow drum, she echoes in our dreams. Boom, boom, beam you calling in a brand new day. Feel my heart beating with the sound of mother. Wayapa dance, moving with the seasons. We have a chance to bring cool water to a fever. In our hands, the healing of our fathers.
Okay, so as promised, we're now going to hear from the other collaborators on the project about their top or key learning they took away from the process or the findings from this review. So to get us going, I'm going to hand straight over to you, Fiona Stevens.
Thanks, Naomi. I'm a social worker. I'm a trauma-informed yoga teacher, and I work full-time as a lecturer at Griffith University. And I'm coming to you from Coombe, Maryland at the Gold Coast. So what really stood out for me in this process was the relational aspect of us working together. What I noticed in working with Naomi, that we shared reviewing the papers at each other's homes, and naturally what transpired is a really trauma-informed approach where we would stop from the reading and reviewing and just yarn with each other, share stories about family, make a cup of tea, and then go back to working. And that naturally progressed when Marianne and Ray came on board with the sharing and collaboration.
And Ray Cooper.
Yep. Hi everyone. So I am a lecturer and researcher at the Queensland College of Art, and my background is in visual communication design. One of the really big takeaways for me, I think, approaching this from a design perspective, is the power that text and image have to communicate really big, complex themes in a way that is trauma-informed, and actually learning what a trauma-informed practice is through this research myself. So in other conversations, we've spoken about the stress that can sometimes come from seeing a huge pile of text and lots of tables, and seeing really big content that is very, very text heavy, and how that is sometimes really difficult to process. So this was such an enjoyable experience in terms of working with a group of people who really value creativity and different ways of seeing the world, and being really open to how that content might be visualized in a different way.
And now back over to you, Marianne.
My name's Marianne Wobcke. I'm an Indigenous midwife, nurse, an artist, a storyteller, and currently I'm working on a PhD at Griffith University. And so the whole concept for me of working on a project of this nature was really important and resonated with Naomi's words, healing in the hands of the Father, that we are at this time of shifting to reimagine and re-embrace, reconnect with traditional values, traditional Indigenous knowledge and wisdom. And for me, that's what emerged organically within the context of this process as we work together. These words and concepts, when they were filtered through imagination and creativity, through the holistic lens of involving music, and integrating this knowledge into wisdom through that process, then what emerged is a deeper and more profound experience of understanding what trauma-informed and anti-oppressive theory really is all about, and what we need to shift our culture to really embrace that approach.
And just from my part, one of the key findings from the review was around people's experiences of accidental or unplanned counselling that emerged in their trauma-informed arts work. And it was seen as both a strength of trauma-informed community arts and arts health work, and a really challenging aspect for a lot of the practitioners who were given voice through the articles reviewed. But for me, there was also another really important finding that related to that counselling aspect, which was around the importance of holding space. And for me, holding space is a non-directive, non-judgmental and deep listening practice. And so even if we aren't resourced with specific counselling micro skills and listening skills and asking the perfect questions, I think we can always go back to that related practice of holding that space in really big ways and really targeted and specific ways with specific other people in that space. That's our whirlwind tour, everyone. We hope that you found our reflections interesting. We've got a full academic paper published from the review, which we're very happy to share, and also a fuller version of our presentation of the work together on both outcomes and processes involved. So can't wait to hear what you all think, open to any questions and discussion, and thanks for having us.